Good morning, Gandalf. Good morning, golfers everywhere, golfers nowhere, golfers in between. Da-da-da. Part 2, golf and life. How's golf like life? Well, how's the golf like life? What are we up to? I don't know, we'll backtrack a little bit. Back to where I started to play, back to Maitland Golf Club. Where I got my first handicap, which was 36. Has to be expected when your handicap, when your cards are 125, 121, 111, 95 and 91. My handicap was 36. It was a junior handicap, not a senior handicap. I played senior competitions, I would have had to play off 27. Even the junior competition, my first competition was a junior tournament. Like in the first, I mentioned in the first video, I started playing Christmas 70 and the end of 71, Christmas 1971. And because I had one of these things in the backyard, when I got this after my second card, I remember. My 121, which is why I jumped to 111, because I had this in the backyard. I'm pretty sure I'd come in after that game. That card, handing that card in, I got into the pro shop. Where's Gandalf? Oh, she's over there. I'd gone into the pro shop, and that's when I bought it for $5. So I had my handicap. It was pushed through by the club captain at Maitland. I'd come in on the Wednesday afternoon, because I played in the Wednesday tournament competition, club competition. It's easy when you're on school holidays. You can play in the Wednesday comp. Simple, which is what I did. And I was walking in with my bag, clubs, and I saw him. He waved to me. He'd been keeping an eye out for me. He said, "Oh, I'm keeping an eye out for you." I said, "That's how I knew he was keeping an eye out for me, because he told me." And he said, "Is that your last card?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." And he goes, "Oh, excellent. I'll get this to the New South Wales Handicapping Commission, and people that handled New South Wales handicaps at the time. And if I can get it back by Friday, like your handicap, and get it back by Friday if I push it through, would you like to represent the club in the New South Wales Schoolboys Junior Championship at Curry Curry?" And I said, how do I get there? And he said, "Oh, I'm sure we can organise that." And I said, "Oh, cool, okay, no problem. If you can get me my handicap through, I'll play." So I did. He got me my handicap. Where are we set up? Let's have a look. Let's move that. Got me my handicap through 36, like I said, and Gandalf. And I played that Saturday. So Friday afternoon, I knew about my handicap. Saturday morning, that Friday afternoon, I had my tee time. I didn't know, and my tee time was the last one in the last group, because it was so late entering me. We got in the last group. We're in the last group. So, all good fun. Turned up on the day. Had my first what do you call my first gallery that day. Turns out by the time I got to the 12th hole, word had got back to the golf club that I was playing all right, and we were in the last group. So Everybody else was out and about, and it was finished pretty much. There's a couple of groups in front of us, but we were heading in, and some people met us at the 12th tee to watch me play. So I'm walking off the 12th tee. Sure enough, people everywhere. One guy walks up to me and goes, "Hey, how you going?" I said, "Oh, I'm all right." There's me tee. There it is. He said, "I'm all right. He's playing all right." I said, "Yeah, I think so." I pulled out my card. It was in my back pocket. I hadn't taken much notice. I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm a couple over par." And he walked off. Another guy walks up to me and goes, "Hey, you know who that was?" And I said, "No." He goes, "That's the father of the guy that's in the clubhouse leading. He heard that you had a good score. He came out to find out what was going on." So that was fun. We got back to the clubhouse. The boy was there waiting for me to come in with my card. I pinned it up next to my name on the leaderboard, and well, actually, I walked in and I handed it to the marker, to the guy that was keeping scores. And he said, "Oh, just pin it up there next to your name." He wrote the score down. He said, "That's a bloody good score." And I said, "Yeah, not bad, eh? Off 27. I said, "Yeah, I had to play off 27. Yeah." "Okay, cool." So I pinned it up next to my name, and then this little guy comes walking over, and he looks up and he goes, "Who had that score?" And the marker goes, "That's him there." Pointed at me. Walks over and he goes, "What's your handicap?" And I said, 36. And he goes, "Oh, you can't play off 36. And I said, "Didn't play off 27. I beat him by 8 shots. Wasn't happy. That was my first competition game. His golf life. Yeah, it's full of surprises. In that respect. Yeah. The really annoying thing about that is my old man, or my parents came pick me up at Curry after I'd won. Didn't get to go to the presentation because we moved house. We moved to Sydney that day in the end. Actually, we went on holidays for a couple of weeks, but we moved to Sydney. I never even got back to thank the captain at Maitland for getting me in and giving me my first taste of victory. Life's a bit like that. People come, people go. Sometimes you don't even get a chance to say thank you. You don't even get a chance to say goodbye. People come, people go. Yeah, golf's like that. Life's like that. Well, that was a bit toey, that one. It would have been a high bomb hook, high bomb draw, actually. Yeah, people come, people go. Golf's a bit like that. So we moved to Sydney, moved to Randwick. As I mentioned in the last video, started playing at East Lakes. Was caddying for General Manager of Slazenger Australia at the time, at the Australian. Won 3 medals there, lost them all, can't find them, disappeared in house moves in 6 months. Because Dad was secretary manager again, the aquatic club this time. The green door, getting hot behind the green door. Shakin' Stevens. That song is about the aquatic club in Sydney, which is the green door. So if you want to know about the aquatic club, listen to that. So that'll tell you a little bit. That's where Sydney's elite criminals used to go. Nettie Smith, people like that. Nettie Smith died in jail long ago, I think, after being found guilty of murdering a female journalist in 1974. And my dad was working there. Oh, not so good. Yeah, no spin on that. So we lasted 6 months there, and again we left. And again, I had no chance to thank people or work on the potential that was there. It would have been nice. There was a lot of money in golf in that area at that time. Golf was starting to get big. People like Greg Norman were coming on. It was 70, 72, 73 we went. I was at Crookwell High School where I got to play one round of golf in 6 months because we were 36 miles out of town, and Crookwell Golf Club was a piece of shit, probably still is. Not something I really care about. But yeah, it was a piece of shit, that golf course. Typical town course, flat, no hills, no real trees, just some fairways, some greens, that's about it. So I didn't join there. I became a shooter there. Oh, I was shooting. Oh, yeah, because we're living on a farm 36 miles out of town, property, big property. They gave me a gun, let me shoot rabbits. I did that for a while. I'm a crack shot, got a fox while I was there from, I don't know, well past those posts. About 75, 100 metres. 100 metres I got a fox with a 22. One shot dead up into the heart. So I did a bit of that. Then we moved again. Moved here to Canberra, Queanbeyan. In 75 we got here. So I had a couple of years really not playing golf. And Queanbeyan High, joined Queanbeyan Golf Club. We lived right across the road from Queanbeyan Golf Club. We moved into a flat there. It was too small. But yeah, 1975 I became a member at Queanbeyan Golf Club. Yeah, locally. And memories of those days, yeah, caddied in the Pro-Am. Can't remember the guy's name. I do know he recently joined the Golf Hall of Fame in Australia. So he's still around. If I saw his name, I'd recognise it. That's why I recognised the fact that he was being introduced into the Golf Hall of Fame. That was funny. That was another caddy job when we finished on the day. I don't think he won. He did all right. He top 10. And I go, how much? You going to pay me? And he goes, because, caddy shack, how much, for the effort? And he goes, there will be no money. Gunga, gunga, gunga. No, that's not what he said. What he said was, no, if I'd won some money, you would have had some. But I didn't win any money. And he goes, how about a dozen golf balls? And I went, do what? He said, a dozen golf balls. And I said, a dozen golf balls? He said, yeah. I went, yeah. Yeah. And I took them. Played my first club championship there in 75 at Queanbeyan. And had a good round. For a good first round, I believe I was 2 shots off the base my first round. I shot 73 and I think 71 was leading it. Par was 70. Par 70. Par was 71. 71 at the time. And I'd shot 73. I was 2 shots. I was 2 over. You can go here. You can go here if you want. I was 2 shots over. 2 shots over par and 2 shots off the lead in my first round. And yeah. So got to the second round, 5th hole, which is what, 18, 22nd hole. It's a par 4, dog leg. It's still there, same hole, the 5th. It's called the road hole because it's a dog leg, right? And the road is not, it's on a corner. big dog leg. Right, 100 metres is the centre of the dog leg. 100 metres out is the centre of the dog leg. It's a 360 metre hole. So I drive the greenside bunker because the corner trees weren't quite so tall in those days. They are now. A bit difficult these days to do that. But drive the greenside bunker. So I'm playing right. I'm still round 2 over par. I think I've started out with pars and 13 shots in the bunker. Yes, 13 shots in the bunker. I putted out backwards. And then I had to hit my sand wedge to get over the bunker, which I just had 13 shots with, or 12 shots, because I putted out backwards. I used my putter for that. But I got up and I got down for 18. Golf. It's a funny old game, golf. Like a funny old game is life, I suppose. I walked off that tee. You can imagine, I think, maybe. I'd gone from being close to leading the club championship to 18 shots on the 5th. And walked to the tee and I looked at my playing partner and I said, well, there goes the club championship. And he looked at me and he said, don't give up. And I said, okay. There's another 2.5, it's still 2.5 rounds. You don't know what can happen. I looked at him and I thought, that's true. And that day I shot 88. So if I hadn't had 18, if I'd had a par, which is what I should have had, up and, 2 putts up out of the bunker and 2 putts par, I should have been still near the lead. I would have been like 3 over par, 4 over par, but I wasn't. So I played the last 2 rounds. I played the next 2 rounds, and I finished up 2 shots. I didn't go to presentation. I was that upset with what had happened in the end, but I did all right. I got a pair of shoes. I got a new. I got a 5 wood, and I got a new pitching wedge, and a whole lot of golf balls. I don't know how many golf balls. I would have got 20 golf balls. I was playing all right. I was on the board, and I finished up 2 shots off the junior championships, and winning the junior championship, and 6 shots off winning the club championship. It is what it is. Golf, like life, structured, fun, and it hurts. We go. That's just about landed back on the tee. So it's right out of the middle of the club, blow spin, bounce back, come back onto the tee. So Queanbeyan, still at Queanbeyan. Been playing there on and off ever since. We only lasted at that flat 6 months, and we moved to Canberra, to Hawker. And I moved from Queanbeyan High School to Hawker College, year 11, year 12, which was a brand new idea, and goddamn did I love it. Does anybody love school? But fuck me, I loved Hawker. At least for a year, I loved it. There was just it's still there, Hawker College. It's senior secondary, so it's just year 11 and 12. Still based around the fact that you're an adult, or becoming an adult very soon, getting your car license, getting out on the road, being dating, going to university, all that sort of shit. That was Hawker College, and they treated us like adults. If you went to class, you went to class, and if you didn't go to class, well, that was your problem. You still had to do the essays, you still had to do the work to get the pass, but you didn't have to be there. So Hawker College. Where was I playing at that stage? Playing at Capital. I think Dad wasn't secretary and manager at Capital Golf Club yet. That was a year or so away, a couple of years away. I wasn't a member anywhere, was I? I was still a member at Queanbeyan. My membership at Queanbeyan was current at that stage, and my handicap was 10. So Hawker, brand new. Can't remember his name offhand. I will, but he was a rugby league player, and he captained Eastern Suburbs. Later in life, he played rugby league for 30 years, 40 years. I can't remember his name. Anyhow, great guy. We got along really well because we were both sportsmen, and he knew it. And he come up to me in the playground, and we were outside on the oval doing something. I don't know what it was. And he goes, "You play golf?" And I went, "Yeah." The school's looking for a golf team to play in the intercollegiate sporting tournament coming up soon. I think they want a golf team anyway. Maybe they're thinking about it. Go and talk to the deputy principal, who I knew is one of my teachers. So go and talk to him. And I went, all right. So we hot-footed it. Me and Steve Hurley at the time it was, because we were pretty close. We were doing shit together because we were both golfers. Steve was as good as me, not better. And so we hot-footed it to the vice principal, and we had a chat. Sure enough, if there was support for it, they would field a golf team. So I got captaincy, and Steve got vice captain. And it broke me teeth at last. I don't know, it just popped out. That's the first time it popped out. Turned up on the day in the collegiate golf tournament. What a fucking, that was so much fun. We had a great time. We turned up on the day, and we actually had me and Steve and 4 other guys. So we had 6 players because there were 6 of us that wanted to play. And we thought, oh well, see what happens. It's only supposed to be 4. Turn up, and the organiser from the education department or whatever, I don't know who it was, somebody came up and he said, "Oh, Cliff Manley." I said, yeah, that's me, I'm the captain. He goes, cool. And then I said, "This is my vice captain, Steve Hurley." He writes down the names. He goes, "Where's your team?" And I said, "Well, there's 4 guys here." And he goes, "Oh, we're only going to have 4 cards. I'm only going to do 4 cards, but you can play." And I went, "Oh, good." That's what I expected. I said, right, so it's me and Steve, and then what, the two best cards from my guys? And he goes, "Yeah, okay, we can do that. That's fine." So we had an agreement. It was me and Steve was definitely going to be our cards because I was captain, he was vice captain. No getting away from that. And the 2 best cards. So we get back. I shot 4 under par off the stick, which was 68. Hang on, 66. 6 just past 70 at the time. And fucking Steve shot 5 under par. Bastard, hit me by a shot. So together we went under par, just the 2 of us. We get back and we go, okay, 2 best scores from the other guys. We won by 18 shots. Oh, the guy that agreed to what was going on, come over and he said, "Oh, you can't do that. That's ridiculous. You won that." He said, "You can't do that." He said, "What?" I said, "You agreed, me and Steve, and 2 best scores." I said, "Let's take me and Steve." I looked at him and said, "Let's take me and Steve and the 2 worst scores from my 4 guys here. We still win by 10 shots." I said, "Have you got a problem with that?" He went, No. So we won. Next year, same deal, captain, vice captain, and Steve. Not such an easy win, won by 5 shots. I'd discovered girls at that stage and wasn't playing as much golf. And starting to get some rhythm. I can feel it. And by then I joined, left school, still playing a bit of golf. I was shooting in the mid-70s all the time. Didn't matter. Whenever I played on the weekends, if I practiced or not, I'd shoot 74, 75. If I shot 78, I was pissed. So I was playing some good golf. Moved to Melbourne for 6 months with a mate. That didn't work. Came back. Had the best fucking car you've ever seen. But yeah, we won't go there. Talking about golf. I like speed. That's why I play golf, because I like speed. I like to go fast. I like things that are fast. I like guns. I like golf balls going fast. I like cars. I like motorcycles. I like really fast motorcycles. Really, really fast motorcycles. Yes, really, really fast motorcycles. I like speed. I'll admit it. I like to go fast. I think it's to do with time slowing down the faster you go. But hey, that's what it is. And oh yeah. So I'm playing. I came back. I'm Dad's now secretary manager at Capital Golf Club. It was Gloucester Golf Club at the time. It's called Gloucester. Uh, Dad called me into his office one day and he goes, had a letter from Gloucester Golf Club asking us to change our name. So he said, what do you reckon? I'm thinking about Capital. Capital, do you reckon the committee will like that? And I said, yeah, Capital will be fine. It's now Capital Social Golf Club. It's changed again, but it's still there. Shitty course, hate it. But at that time, that would have been 78, 79, around there. I'm going to shut up for a minute again. I was wondering. Played my first match play club championships. I was playing off 10, still playing off 10 because I hadn't been getting my handicap down at that stage. I was just playing. Not a lot of, my handicap had gone back up and gone back down again, I think, because I hadn't been playing much. I had to redo my fucking handicap. That was one of those times I had to redo my fucking handicap. Yeah, so how many times I've redone my fucking handicap? That's a bitch. You don't have to do it. So you don't have to do it these days. But in those days, if you didn't play for 12 months, you lost your handicap. You had to get another 5 cards, which is another 5 competitions and a big chunk out of the season to get your fucking handicap back. So I think Gandalf might have had enough. So let me just duck back to East Lakes for a minute. This is one of the hardest lessons I have to learn at East Lakes. Was when you're a junior, old golfers hate you. In those days, it was horrible. Let me tell you. I think I mentioned that. Actually, I think I mentioned that in the last video, didn't I? At East Lakes, I came away from there with some good trophies, though. Yeah, but it's back to Capital in Queanbeyan. Capital played my first match play club championship there, seniors, as opposed to just the one I mentioned at the Australian in Sydney. I haven't broken a tee in this grass. This is good grass. It doesn't break tees and it holds them. So playing in the match play at first round, I'm six down after 12. I was playing like a cunt. I only had myself to blame. At the time, it was disgusting. 6 down, 6 to play. That's not dormy because it can go to a playoff. So 6 down, 6 to go. And I went, from memory, I went 4 under par over the next 6 holes. And we were all square after 18. I won the next 6. Bang, bang, bang. And my opponent looked at me and he said, "That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life," as we walked off. I'll tell you what happened on the 19th, which was the first. We replayed the first, which was a par 5 in those days. I think I put my second shot on the green. Can't tell because I don't know for sure. I'll tell you why. Because he walked over to me after I hit the shot and he said, "Did you just put that on the green?" And I said, "I think so." And he went, "Hole conceded. Match conceded. It's all yours." Man, I felt good. That was a fucking good win, that one. That one was a fucking good win. So, second round was 2 weeks later. The draw had me down to play, would you believe, the captain's wife. Okay, so I got no problems with that. The club was small at the time. Didn't have a large membership, so club championships were played by men and women. So, because they were the only club championships the club could afford, or some shit. I don't know. I don't care now. So I turn up 2 weeks later to play against her, and she doesn't turn up. And the rules are very clear. If there's no agreement to play at a later date in match play between the two players prior to the match, prior to the turn-up time, not the fucking first tee, prior to the turn-up time, prior to the day, so that I don't turn up. She's not going to be there. She organises another time if I'm agreeable. So I turn up on the first tee and she's not there, and I say, "Well, that's my game, my match then," because that's what the rules say. And the club captain goes, "Oh, no, we won't do that. No. You can play it on another day." And I went, "I'm sorry?" I said, "But he said, "Oh, no, we won't do that. No, we'll play it on another day." She couldn't make it. And I went, "Fuck off." And I walked away from that club and never went back there at all. Oh, no, sorry, I tell a lie. I did go back there. I've played there once since. In all those years. You want to get down? Eh? Oh, we're going to get going, Gandalf. Played there once since. And it just, talk about fucking horrible. Actually, probably Pete's wife at the time. Who knows? I don't care. Pete's Golf Connection, Fishwick. Look it up. So, golf. People cheating, people interfering. Yeah, a bit like life. That is. That sort of shit goes on a lot, I've discovered over the years. So, yeah, cheating and cheating. Yeah, it happens a lot in life. We'll leave it there, eh? Time to fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.